Hey everybody, Hugh here. Welcome back. Well, you can see there's fleece along the top here, and that of course is to protect some of the plants that we left out in the glass house last night. Temperatures were going down to about 7 degrees Celsius here, so I decided I'd take a chance with some of the bigger tomatoes and the bigger peppers and some of the geraniums I have, and leave them out, because up to now, as I said, we've been doing that plant shuffle, bringing plants in and out. And I was only just watching Terry's video there on his potatoes getting frosted, and I was like, oh, that's a reminder about why we are all so obsessive. All gardeners you meet, the conversation is mostly, or half of it anyway, is about the weather and about the lower temperatures at this time of year and protecting your plants. Because his got quite badly frosted there, and it's like, oh yeah, no, it just, and it happens so easily. It happens so easily. But anyway, I had here we've been looking and discussing and saying, no, we'll leave out some of the plants last night, and it worked out actually very well. The fleece I got was an upgrade on what I was using last year. It's more the agricultural grade. I came across somebody who was supplying some, and that was very good of them. It was only a couple of euros for what we were purchasing, and it has meant a difference. It's only a few degrees for some of these plants, but still it's a few degrees that matter. So when you have your plants growing up and they've been minded and they're coming on, and they're the ones that I got that have some flower buds on them, you want to make sure that you keep them as optimal as possible. Tomato plants, they will tolerate up to 0 degrees. Frost will kill them, but they will tolerate the cold. But really, once you're going down below, what's it, 10 or 12 degrees, particularly once they start flowering, you're really affecting the cropping. You don't want them checked or stunted. So the importance of, just keeping them snug. Then when I was inside, I was sitting down and saying, well, maybe I'll take in the youngest of the plants, because when I have those slightly larger tomatoes growing and they're coming on well, I do have a whole array of smaller plants coming along. And I was saying, do I want to take a chance with these? So the answer to that was no. So they actually came back in again. And it wasn't too much. I mean, it was simply just going out and bringing in this one tray of seedlings while the rest of the plants remained out. So I was quite happy with that. And do you remember last week I was showing you the tomatoes, the mature tomato plants, and some of them I had acquired and some of them I had grown myself. So that's what I've grown myself now. You can see it really is rocketing along. But there's the main crop of tomato plants coming along, and these were sown the 23rd of March, the 23rd of March, so a little bit later than last year's, but they're coming along, and they now need to be pricked out, separated and put into individual pots. So I'm going to do that this morning. So I've been working away, potting on the various batches of seedlings. This is one that I thought I'd see if I can do on camera, get the right angle. And you can see just taking it out of the pot there and tipping it over. A very old-fashioned way of breaking up that root ball of seedlings. These are washed and recycled six packs. That I'm using, and the compost mix is not too much of a rich mix. It's more important that the young plants make roots. So you don't want the compost too rich, you don't want too high a nutrient content. For seedlings, you want them, that'll come later. You want them to, as I say, to establish roots. That'll come later. When you are teasing out these guys, make sure you're holding them by the seed leaves, and a little bit of tugging, and away it comes, like so. Small hole. And the good thing with tomatoes is that you can bury some of the stems, so if they have gone leggy, you can bury the stem. So a gentle bit of teasing like so. I was watching Steve of Dig Well Green Fingers doing this the other day, and I have to say he uses those individual seed pots for seedlings, which means they come away clean and there's none of this breaking up the root ball. I'll have to invest at some point. Anyway, there we go. Most of the tomatoes pricked out. One more pot to do, and we'll keep motoring along. There are some other seedlings that to prick out. There's chard and there's beetroot there, and of course there's still some sowing to do of the likes of courgettes and some of the slightly more tender veg. Cucumbers, if I can. I'll probably get some plants rather than seeds of cucumbers. I'll have to have a think about that one. But yeah, we're motoring away, and it's a good season. If we could just get a little bit more heat and warmth and less of those cold nights, that would be even better. 60 tomatoes there, thereabouts. I think I counted 57 between the early ones that I grew, the main crops that I'm growing here, and of course the couple that I bought as well. So plenty to be going on with in the meantime. For now, do take care of yourselves. Have a nice Easter, and sure, we'll be doing another update in no time with all that's going on at this time of year. Bye for now.